Hello everyone. How are you? I hope all of you are good, doing good in this corona situation, which is doesn't seem to go very well. Anyhow, because nothing stops, so we need to go up with our studies, and that is what we are trying to do here. So today I'm here with a very interesting and new topic for class 9 students I'm talking about. So we are going to study about economics. Now what is economics? It's a very interesting thing. Let me show you. Okay, so ho musibat na ho musibat. You have money, you have problem, and if you don't have money, of course you have lots of problem. So, but economics is not only about money. Okay, that would be a misconception. It's about wealth in general and study of wealth. The father of economics, Sir Adam Smith, he defined economics as a study of wealth, but further on, more economists came and they defined it in different ways. If, in short, you need to understand, it is the study of our resources that we have, the production that we do, the demand and supply of the market, how it works, how the resources satisfy our demands, our consumption, income, everything. Okay, so it's about the market and how it works. So because you're starting economics or the study of economics for the first time, that's why you're given very basic ideas and concepts. Okay, so that is why we start the first chapter with the story of village Palampur. That is your chapter 1. Now you must be thinking that what's in the story of a village? That's we have to find out. Let's do that. So there's this beautiful village Palampur, and you can see different features in which you see in a typical normal Indian village. And it's a imaginary village, but it resembles like any other village of Western Uttar Pradesh or northern India basically. So what are here, see here, it's farming is the main activity. Other than that, some other activities are also there, like manufacturing, small scale manufacturing, or dairy or transport, all of it. Now, if you see, Palampur is also well connected with the nearby towns and villages. Okay, it has a all-weather road and all types of vehicles run on it. Moving to the next, it has 450 families of different castes. Now, why we're talking about caste? Because in rural India, it's quite a important factor, and that is why it matters. Then again, most of the houses have electric connections, which is a good thing, and they also can use that electric connection for their fields, as in giving water. Then Palampur has 2 primary schools and 1 high school, which is a good thing for a village to have. And then finally there's a primary healthcare center that is by government, and 1 private dispensary. So after reading all this, you can have an idea of Palampur, that though it's a village, but it has got the basic amenities, facilities, that is. Now just imagine that this is a farmer from Palampur. Okay, just pause your video and think for a minute that what he will require if he is doing farming in Palampur. Means what are his requirements to do this whole farming thing? Okay, so what's coming to your mind, like what he will require? A land, then the tractor, then something else, yes or no? And this takes us to the next part of the video, which is organization or factors of production. Now what is that? That is the requirements. It's the requirement in the process of production of goods and services, any type of good, anything. The things which are required to produce any good or service are called the factors of production, which in your book are named as organized. So basically there are 4 factors of production, and some hints regarding the 4 factors are given here, as you can see them one by one. But to study these factors of production, we have to play a game. Let's make it interesting. So what's the game? It's a guess game. You have to guess, and then that's how we study. Are you ready? This is the very first and very important factor of production. So what's it? Any guesses? What's coming in your mind? Just pause the video for a second or two and think it to yourself and tell yourself the answer. So this is nothing but the land, the very first and most important factor of production. Now land doesn't mean only land, okay? It means the raw material that comes from the land. It can be water, it can be the forest items, the metals that we get from the land, like iron and gold and whatever. And even the soil itself, like for a farmer, the soil in which he's cultivating, that is its land. Even to set up a factory, you need a piece of land, isn't it? So moving on, we come to our next factor of production, that is this. Now this is easy to guess, isn't it? Who are they? They are the people working. Every work has to be done by some people. So you need workers. So they are the labor. That is the second factor of production. Okay. Now labor doesn't mean only like people who are laborers as we know the common term, but it refers to all the workers who are involved in the production process. Okay. Now labor is again divided into two types. Okay. So you have to guess. So here you see pictures of people working in two different production processes. Now what difference do you find in them? Do you find any striking difference? Give yourself 5 seconds and think. Let me give you some hint. So here one is skilled labor, that is you require certain amount of training to do it, and another is unskilled labor, means it can be done without any proper training also. Okay, so which one do you think is skilled and which one do you think is unskilled? Think it to yourself. Yes, I'm sure you guessed it right. So duties like cleaning and collecting fruits or giving out oil or whatever, these can be done without very rigorous training also. Whereas work that you see on the right hand side, that is some mechanic type of work or something where some technical knowledge is required, there you need to get some training, isn't it? So that's why it is called skilled. So I hope you're clear. So moving on, this is our third very important factor of production. Now what is that? Machines, tractors, things which are very important for the production process. Yes or no? So this is nothing but the capital, which is also called the physical capital in your chapter. Okay. Now capital can also be of two types. Let's see. So these are fixed capital and working capital. Now think about that farmer again. Okay, so in case of this farmer, what do you think is the fixed capital and his working capital? Any idea? Say his tractor and the money he needs to buy the diesel for his tractor. Now which one do you think is fixed capital and which one do you think will be working capital? See, as the name suggests, fixed capital means something which is fixed. Once you buy it, it's there for you. And working capital means something that you have to keep buying, you have to keep investing. So I think you've got an idea. So the fixed capital here will be the tractor and the working capital will be the money, that is the money in hand. So fixed capital are the tools, machines, buildings, all these things. Okay, machines and all which are required, and why they are called fixed is because you can have them like later in life also. You don't have to keep buying them again and again. Whereas working capital is like you have to keep buying them again and again. They are raw materials, money in hand, variety of products. So it's a continuous process of investing. Okay, that is the basic difference between these two capitals. So we are done with our third factor of production. Now let's move on to the next. Any guesses what is the fourth factor of production? Just think for 5 seconds what it is. It's the idea, isn't it? So who gives the idea? The people. Let me give you some more hint. So see these pictures. Do you recognize any of them? Who are these people? Any guesses? These are the biggest entrepreneurs, or you can say in normal term it is called as business leaders. Okay, they are the ones who lead big companies like Tata, Reliance, or say PepsiCo, all these big companies. And they make the fourth factor of production, that is called the human capital or enterprise. They put together all other factors of production and make them work. So they can also be called as the risk takers. This brings us down to the four factors of production, that is land, labor, capital, and entrepreneur or enterprise or human capital, however you call it. But in this chapter, you're going to study only the first three factors in details with a reference to farming mainly. And the fourth factor of production, that is human capital or enterprise, we'll be studying that in your next chapter. Okay. So this brings us down to the end of the chapter. I hope you understood, and please suggest things which you would like any changes in the video, anything to do with it. They would be very helpful, and please like and subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.